Welcome to Star Watch Now, your front row seat to all the hottest gossip, drama, and breaking news from the world of entertainment. If it's trending, shocking, or star-studded, we're covering it. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next. For months, the set of Eternal Whispers was a place of intense focus and quiet dedication. Xiao Zhan, one of China's brightest stars, had been pouring his heart and soul into his role. But behind the professional smiles and perfectly staged scenes, a darker story was unfolding. Unbeknownst to many, Xiao Zhan was the target of a calculated campaign designed to tarnish his reputation, orchestrated by some of his own colleagues. At first, the signs were subtle, almost imperceptible to the untrained eye. Xiao Zhan, known for his humble and hardworking nature, was the last person anyone would suspect of facing such underhanded tactics. However, small, seemingly innocent mistakes began to pile up, creating a slow but steady erosion of his professional image. It started with his costumes. Despite being one of the lead actors, Xiao Zhan would often find his outfits slightly too tight or embarrassingly loose, making his movements on set awkward and his figure less flattering on screen. A wardrobe assistant, later identified as Chen Hua, would later reveal in a candid interview that she had been pressured by her superiors to provide poorly fitted costumes. "They told me to use sizes that were just a bit off," she confessed, her eyes filled with regret. "At first, I thought it was just a mistake, but then I realized it was part of a bigger plan to make him look less professional." Then came the scripts. Critical lines were accidentally omitted, pages went missing, and last-minute changes were often whispered to him just before the cameras rolled. Xiao Zhan, ever the professional, took these challenges in stride, often improvising his way through scenes to maintain the flow of the story. Yet even his patience had limits. Lighting manipulation was another cruel tactic used against him. A camera assistant, who chose to remain anonymous, admitted that he was frequently instructed to use harsh lighting for Xiao Zhan's scenes while saving the most flattering angles and soft, cinematic setups for other actors. This deliberate sabotage was designed to make him appear less charismatic and less photogenic, undermining the very qualities that had made him a star. Perhaps the cruelest trick was the manipulation of his filming schedule. Li Jun, the production schedule coordinator, later admitted in a tearful confession that he had been forced by his superiors to deliberately give Xiao Zhan incorrect call times. "They made me tell him to arrive at 9 a.m. when the actual start time was 7 a.m., just so they could spread rumors that he was always late," he revealed, his voice shaking. This not only exhausted the actor but also painted him as unreliable, a dangerous label in a highly competitive industry. The situation reached a breaking point when some crew members even manipulated the audio in his key scenes, intentionally lowering the sound quality to make him seem unprepared or less capable. It was a systematic attack, a cruel game played by those who felt threatened by his growing influence and popularity. Yet, through it all, Xiao Zhan remained focused, unaware that his every move was being carefully orchestrated to paint him as unprofessional. He pushed forward, driven by his love for acting and his respect for his fans, never realizing just how deeply the betrayal ran. For those who know Wang Yibo, his public persona has always been one of cool detachment and quiet confidence. He is the kind of star who rarely lets his emotions slip, known for his sharp dance moves, intense motorcycle races, and flawless stage performances. But on this particular Friday afternoon, the world saw a completely different side of Wang Yibo, a side driven by fierce loyalty and unshakable friendship. As the morning sun cast long shadows over the sprawling studios of Golden Phoenix Productions, no one could have predicted the storm that was about to break. The air around the set of Eternal Whispers was already thick with tension. Xiao Zhan, despite his best efforts, had been struggling under the weight of constant sabotage, his usually bright eyes now shadowed by exhaustion and frustration. Then, the silence was shattered. Outside, the low rumble of a powerful engine echoed through the parking lot as a sleek, black luxury car pulled up to the studio gates. The vehicle, a reflection of its owner's intense personality, came to a sharp stop, and the driver's door swung open. Wong Yibo stepped out, dressed head to toe in all black, his pale skin contrasting sharply against his dark attire. making him look every bit the avenging angel. Ignoring the startled glances of security guards and staff members, Wang Yibo strode towards the entrance with a purpose that left no room for hesitation. The security personnel instinctively moved to intercept him, but one look into his cold, unyielding eyes was enough to make them step aside. This was not the playful, mischievous Yibo his fans adored, nor the calm, competitive racer seen on the track. This was someone who had clearly reached his limit, breaking the silence. Inside the studio, Xiao Zhan was in the middle of his 15th take for a particularly challenging scene. Sweat beaded on his forehead as he repeated his lines, the words becoming a blurred echo in his mind. It was a moment that should have been filled with quiet concentration, but instead, it became the prelude to chaos. Without warning, Wang Yibo pushed open the heavy studio doors, his boots striking the polished floor with a rhythmic, almost menacing cadence. The low murmur of the crew fell silent as his presence commanded the room. He didn't pause for the director's annoyed glance or the confused stares from the production team. Instead, he headed straight for the center of the set, his every step a declaration of war. The confrontation. Wang Yibo stopped a few feet from where Xiao Zhan was standing, still catching his breath from the repeated takes. The cameras were still rolling, capturing the raw, unscripted drama that had just entered the scene. For a moment, all eyes were on him, the air crackling with anticipation. Then, in a voice that cut through the stunned silence like a blade, he demanded, "What are you doing to Xiao Zhan?" The words hung in the air, a direct challenge that left no room for evasion. His tone was sharp, each syllable a precise strike aimed at those who had crossed the line. The assistant director, Lioma, who had been barking orders just moments before, suddenly found himself at the center of Yibo's intense gaze. He stuttered, trying to compose himself, but the damage had already been done. Yibo reached into his jacket pocket and pulled out his phone, holding it high for everyone to see. "You think you can keep playing games? You think you can mess with someone's career without facing the consequences?" His words echoed in the cavernous space, each one landing like a hammer blow. Without another word, he tapped the screen, and the studio was filled with the cold, mechanical hum of a recording. The voices on the tape were unmistakable, crew members plotting against Xiao Zhan, laughing about how they had deliberately given him the wrong script, changed the lighting to make him look tired and unprepared, and spread rumors about his supposed unprofessionalism. The words dripped with jealousy and petty malice, each sentence a betrayal of the trust Xiao Zhan had placed in his colleagues. Faces and pale as the recording continued. The director's smug expression evaporated, replaced by a ghostly pallor, while the assistant director visibly shrank, his shoulders curling inward as if trying to disappear. Even the seasoned lighting crew exchanged nervous glances, their confidence shattered by the evidence being played out for all to hear. As the final seconds of the recording echoed into silence, Wang Yibo took a slow, measured breath. His hands trembled slightly, a physical manifestation of the anger he had been holding back for too long. He met the eyes of every guilty face in the room, his expression a fierce promise that this betrayal would not go unanswered. "If you think you can play with someone's future just because they're talented and beloved by millions, think again," he said, his voice low but steady, each word carrying. As the director called, "Cut!" on the 15th take of a demanding scene, Wang Yibo stepped into the spotlight, shocking everyone. Without hesitation, he pulled out his phone and began playing an audio recording that would forever change the atmosphere on set. It was undeniable evidence of a conspiracy, a carefully plotted scheme to undermine Xiao Zhan's image and career. Wang Yibo's voice echoed through the stunned silence. "You think you can play with someone's career just because they're more talented and loved by the public?" His words cut deep, exposing the lies and manipulation that had quietly taken root within the production team. Names were named, and secrets long buried came crashing into the harsh light of day. As the recording ended, the room remained in shock. The director's face had gone pale, the assistant director looked like a deer caught in the headlights, and several crew members couldn't meet his gaze. The web of betrayal was unraveling at a rapid pace, leaving no one untouched. For his part, Xiao Zhan stood frozen, clearly caught off guard by his friend's unexpected intervention. The quiet, hard-working star had never imagined that his struggle for professional respect had reached such a critical point. But in that moment, he realized he wasn't alone. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan have shared a deep connection since their breakout roles in The Untamed, a bond that goes beyond mere on-screen chemistry. Fans have long admired their brotherly friendship, and this moment only cemented their status as one of the most beloved pairs in Chinese entertainment. As word of the incident spread, the entire Chinese entertainment industry found itself under scrutiny. Fans and media alike began questioning the behind-the-scenes dynamics of their favorite productions. Could this be the beginning of a much-needed cultural shift, where transparency and fairness take precedence over power games and hidden agendas? In the weeks that followed, several members of the production team either resigned or were removed from the project. Eternal Whispers, which once risked being overshadowed by scandal, now has the potential to become a symbol of resilience and professional integrity. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the hidden struggles of your favorite stars, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more exclusive insights into the world of Chinese entertainment. What do you think about the friendship between Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan? Could their bond truly change the industry for the better? Let us know in the comments below.